Hi everyone, this is Formula 1 News and today I'm gonna make a review of the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's start with the last team in the Constructors' Championship, with Williams. A new weekend without points for this historic team, finishing Sirotkin in 12th position and Lance Stroll just behind him in 13th position. They obviously end up bent by the head teams, but it is true that this weekend they were closer to the other teams than in other circuits, because of the characteristics of Spa. It seems that they have improved, but it is not enough to fight for points. They continue with only 4 points in the Constructors' Championship. Surprisingly, the penultimate team in the championship is Racing Point Force India, but considering only the points they have achieved in this Belgian Grand Prix, right now they already have 18 points, with the 5th position of Perez and the 6th of Ocon, who probably ran his last race with Force India. They have shown all weekend very fast, being on many occasions the 4th team, and getting, thanks to the rain, a historical classification with Ocon in 3rd position and Perez in the 4th. I personally think that if they continue in this dynamic, even starting at mid-season with 0 points, they can finish in 6th, just behind the 3 untouchables, Renault and Haas. In 8th position we have Sauber. On Friday it seemed that they could fight to be the 4th team, but when they arrived on Saturday they gave a low performance and they didn't qualify for Q3. The race started badly for the team due to the abandonment of Leclerc, after his spectacular accident with Alonso and Hülkenberg. After this, all the eyes of the team focused on Ericsson, who made a good race, finishing in 10th position, near the 9th position of Gasly. Sauber will go to Monza with 19 points in the Constructor Championship, only one more than Racing Point Force India. Ahead of Sauber we have Toro Rosso Honda, a team that thanks to the 9th place of Gasly gets points for the 3rd consecutive race. Very good race of the French because the characteristics of the circuit weren't the best for his car and the Honda engine. Much more behind we have his teammate Harley, who finished 14th, just ahead of the McLaren of Stoffel Vandoorne. Thanks to the 2 points of Gasly, Toro Rosso manages to reach 30 points, and moves away a bit more from Sauber, although I think that in less than 3 races Force India will pass them. In 6th position in the Constructor Championship we have McLaren, one of the worst weekends of the year, or maybe the worst. In all the tests they were in last position or only ahead of Williams, and in Saturday's classification neither of the 2 cars passed to Q1. In the race it was more of the same. Alonso couldn't pass even the first corner as Hülkenberg hit him and went flying through the air, and Vandoorne finished in last position, stopping many times in the pits and riding the 3rd tries available for the race. I think that this year they are taking it for a test to make the next year car better. Now they have 52 points, and if they don't wake up in a few races, Force India will advance them, and probably at the end of the season Toro Rosso will pass them too. In the middle of the classification we have the Haas team, a team that has achieved points in the last 6 races, and that has cut a lot of distance with the Renault team. I personally think that Haas will finish in 4th position in the Constructor Championship. A very calm race for both drivers. Grosjean finished in 7th position, and his teammate Magnussen ends up just behind him in 8th position. With this result, Kevin Magnussen is placed only 3 points from Nico Hülkenberg, and has many options to finish in 7th position, only behind both Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bulls. Scoring 57 points in the last 6 races, now they have 76, 24 more than McLaren. A race to forget for current 4th team, Renault. They looked well on Friday, finishing in top 10, but then on Saturday Sainz finished in 16th position and Hülkenberg just ahead of him in 15th, and with the penalties both cars started in last positions. Nico Hülkenberg caused the accident of the race, crashing with Alonso, an accident that could have ended in tragedy. He has been sanctioned with 10 positions in Monza and with 3 points off the car. Carlos Sainz had a very difficult race too. All the race out of points, and in the second part of the race he overtook both Williams to finish in 11th position. Now he only gets 6 points to the 5th classified and run the risk of losing the 4th position in the next race. Red Bull had two faces in this race. The bad luck this time was for Ricciardo, who was involved in the accident of Alonso, and had to change the rear wing. He ran in last position for a few laps until he retired to save engine. The other face, the good one, was for Verstappen, who finished in 3rd position, but very far from Vettel and Hamilton. He overtook both Force India at the beginning of the race, and he didn't have to do anything else during the race, just hold the position. Now Red Bull is comfortably in 3rd position in the Constructor Championship, in crops of nobody with 238 points, very far from the two leaders and very far from Renault too. And now let's talk about the two teams that are fighting for both championships. Ferrari showed itself as the fastest team of the weekend, even they didn't get the pole position. Sebastian Vettel overtook Lewis Hamilton in the first lap and he placed first. Position he held until the end of the race, and now he's only 16 points behind Hamilton. The bad luck was for Kimi Raikkonen, who retired from the race at the beginning, and he couldn't help Vettel to remove points to Hamilton. Ferrari is now in 2nd position, 15 points behind Mercedes. Mercedes has been the second team all the weekend behind Ferrari. Valtteri Bottas has a penalty that made him start at the end, and he made a good comeback, finishing in 4th position, overtaking Perez in the last laps. His teammate and championship leader Lewis Hamilton started on pole, but he couldn't hold Vettel behind, and he finished in 2nd position with a worse pace than the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. With this result, they continue in 1st position in the Constructor Championship, but definitely Ferrari has shown that they have the best car. The 2018 championship it's been one of the best of the last years, and who knows who will win the championship. And this is all, thanks for watching, give me a like if you like the video, comment your impressions and subscribe if you are not. See you in the next video.